YouTube. So, I'll start once I get the Instagram going. Tell you guys what I'm doing. Tell you why I'm doing it. Connection. You are live. Okay, we're both live on Instagram and on YouTube. So, I lost my job possibly 3 days ago. I haven't worked for the last 3 days and I've been stressing. And every time I do that, I start chanting a lot more. I probably chanted more in the last 3 days than I chanted in the last 3 months because I hadn't been chanting that much because it's been so hard to chant by myself. Because I haven't been able to go to meetings because we haven't had meetings because everyone's afraid of COVID and shit like that. Stupid. But anyway, so every time I lose a job or I struggle like this, worried about how I'm going to pay my rent, worried about whether I'm going to get kicked out of my apartment, I'm applying for all different jobs. I haven't had 3 days off of work probably in about 5 years. So it seems like forever that I had off work. And when I don't have any income coming in, it's very stressful. So what I do is I bust out the writings of Nichiren Daishonin along with that chanting Myo-ho, Ren-ge, which Nichiren Daishonin created as a chant, the title of the Lotus Sutra. This is volume 2. A little over 1,000 pages. This is volume 1, over 1,000 pages. I'm just going to randomly pick a page to read. Story of... God, I can't read. It's too dark. I wonder how I can make this lighter. It's as bright as it gets. I gotta come closer to this. I need to get fucking glasses and my eyes are going bad. Okay, good fortune in this life. That's a good one to start with. Okay, so Nichiren wrote this one. This is a short one. This letter was written at Minobu when the Daishonin was 55 years old. Its recipient was Nanjo Shichiro Jiro Tokimitsu. 3 different names. Nanjo and Shichiro and Jiro and Tokimitsu. Maybe all the different families because he's a Nanjo. He's part of that family. Anyway, he commonly known as Nanjo Tokumitsu, a staunch follower of the Daishonin and the steward of the Ueno village in Fuji district in Suruga. I drove by Mount Minobu too. I didn't go up to Mount Minobu, but I drove by it. In the letter, citing the Lotus Sutra, the Daishonin says that those who serve the voter of the Lotus Sutra in the latter day of the law, even for a short time, will gain incalculable greater good fortune than those who serve Shakyamuni Buddha for an entire kalpa. A kalpa is a planetary cycle of formation, continuance, decline, disintegration, and regeneration. Those are the 5 kalpas of a planet. So it depends on the planet how long a kalpa is. Since all Buddhas have attested to the truth of the Lotus Sutra, of the Lotus and its contents, not a particle of falsehood, no doubt can exist that Tokumitsu's sincerity not only will bring him great blessing in his present existence, as the sutra promises, but also will benefit his deceased father. Okay, so this is the last part of his life. Nichiren was at Mount Minobu, where he was pardoned from exile, and he had his retirement his last few years of his life. He gave a lot of lectures to the second high priest. Well, at least the second high priest took notes of the lectures, which became in the book that I have also, which is the what is it called? The orally transmitted teachings. So this is when he was at Myo-ho, the last few years of his life. Okay, early in the new year, I received your greeting from your messenger. Let us congratulate each other. And I have received your various gifts, including 70 slabs of rice cake, a bamboo container of sake, a horse load of taros. Taros is a big sweet potato. It's like a pink, purple sweet potato. One paper bag of river laver, which is a seaweed from the river. 2 bundles of radishes and 7 yams. These articles demonstrate your warm-hearted sincerity. The 8th volume of the Lotus Sutra says, their wishes will not be in vain, and in the present existence, they will gain the reward of good fortune. It also states, in this present existence, he will have, excuse me, he will have manifest reward for it. The great teacher Chant said, the Son of Heaven uttered not a single word in vain, and the words of the Dharma King contain no falsehood. If one is a worthy ruler, one never lies, even if it would bring about one's ruin. How much more is this true of the thus come one Shakyamuni, who, when he was King Universal Brightness in a previous existence, returned to the palace of King Spotted Feet to be executed, because he observed the precepts against lying. When he met King Kali in another past existence, he declared that those people who speak little truth or tell great lies will fall into hell. In addition, referring to the Lotus Sutra, the Buddha himself declared there, the world honored one has long expounded his doctrine and now must reveal the truth. And furthermore, it was expounded at the assembly where many treasures Buddha and the Buddha of the 10 directions had gathered, as if the sun, the moon, and countless stars were ranged side by side. If there are any falsehoods in the Lotus Sutra, what then can people believe in? Those who offer even a flower or a stick of incense to such a sutra have offered alms to 100,000 million Buddhas in their previous existences. Moreover, in the latter day of the law of Shakyamuni, thus come one, when the world is in chaos. My eyes are hurting. I can barely read. And the ruler, his ministers, and the common people all alike hate the votary of the Lotus Sutra. When this votary is like a fish living in a puddle during a drought, or like a deer surrounded by all sorts of people, those who visit this votary on their own will obtain far greater blessing than they would by making offerings with their mind, mouth, and body for the space of an entire kalpa to the living Shakyamuni Buddha, the Lord of Teachings. The golden words of the thus come one are clear. The sun is brilliant, and the moon clear. The words of the Lotus Sutra are brilliant and clear. Clear and brilliant like the reflection of a face in a bright mirror, or the image of the moon on clear water. Yet, could the thus come one's pronouncements, quote, in this present existence they will gain the reward of good fortune, end quote, or his proclamations, quote, in the present existence he will have manifest reward for it, end quote, possibly be empty only for Nanju Shichiro Jiro. It is certain that even if there were an age when the sun rises in the west, or the time where to come when the moon emerges from the ground, the Buddha's words would never prove false. Judging from this, there cannot be the least doubt that your late father is now in the presence of Shakyamuni Buddha, the Lord of teachings, and that you will receive great blessings in your present existence. How wonderful, how splendid, Nichiren. The 19th day of the first month in the second year of Kenji, which is 1276, replied to Nanjo. So, if you, basically what this is saying is if you make offerings to the Lotus Sutra, or the votary of the Lotus Sutra, which is people who practice the Lotus Sutra, which is us, and you, if you practice, your blessings will be immeasurable. So, that's why I'm making offerings to the Lotus Sutra, chanting Nam-myoho Renge-kyo, Nam-myoho Renge-kyo, about my current job situation. So those of you who chant, whatever prayer you do, send me some prayer, because I need to get a new job so I don't get kicked out of my place. And I got pretty much in debt with my credit cards, and I was starting to almost pay them all off, and then this shit happened. So now I'm going to be hopefully not so much further in debt, and hopefully we'll get a job very soon. I've also applied for I don't know why I was fired, but they said they're reviewing and they'll get back to me maybe within 7 days. So I've already applied for unemployment insurance, even though I might not qualify because I'm a gig worker. I've been a gig worker for the last 3 years, making more money than I ever made in any previous job. But of course, my expenses are astronomical, driving my car all the time. So it kind of balances out. I've been living paycheck to paycheck, working 7 days a week for the last 3 years, but sending a good amount of money to my family in Japan. So I can't complain, even though I really need to get a job where I only work 5 days a week and I can spend some time working on my music and get a band together. So I know the universe is on my side. I know I will be protected. I just need to really hunker down and really chant a lot. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm reading a lot of Gosho, and that's how you get through this. So if you're going through any struggle, follow my lead and read some Goshos. Read the World Tribune too. I need to change my subscription. I don't think it's coming to the right address because I haven't seen a World Tribune or a Seikyo or a Living Buddhism in a long time. So I should probably go into my old address, and the person throwing them away, because I went over there when they sent the book and she said she sent it back to Amazon. But I got credited for that and got a new book sent to my correct address. So these are, I found volume 1 PDF form on the internet. Actually, I think there was a volume 2 too on PDF form. But you can get the app, SGA USA app, and it has all of them. You can read it on your phone. Let me know if you like this video. Comment below. Share it with your friends. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Ring the bell for notifications. And hopefully YouTube will not be blocking more of my stuff like they've been doing lately. I gotta do some human revolution. Okay, I'm going to bed. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out. I love you all. I'm going to end this one first. No, I'm going to end this one first because this is the one. Okay, that one's ended. I'm going to end this one. Yes, sure.